And Rachel, we have a new poll out this morning with Ipsos that gives at least some early indications of how Americans may be receiving the verdict.
Yeah, early indications. This is our new ABC News Ipsos poll. It was taken after the verdict was reached. And it's a little bit of a mixed bag here, George. So 50% of Americans believe that the guilty verdict of Donald Trump was in fact correct. But then on the other end of this, you have 47% of Americans who believe that the charges brought against the former president were politically motivated.
Do you even know what you just said?
Well, this had to be very difficult for ABC to have to admit that their own poll showed a majority of Americans feeling that this whole Trump trial was politically motivated. And really, instead, 15% said they don't know. Well, I imagine if they got more information and knew more of the background, they would fall into that politically motivated number two, which would really make it a massive majority. They go on this program on Sunday morning, continuing to talk about this topic. And I'm telling you, it's amazing what they're admitting on here since it's ABC.
And you can believe both, that the case shouldn't have been brought and that he's guilty, right? I mean, you can believe both things. You don't have to pick between the two. You can say, I don't think that based on this fact pattern, anyone else would have been charged here. And as a result, when you're talking about the former president, I don't think they should have moved forward with it. That was the position I took going into it. But on the second question of the jury instructions, yeah, there's some real appellate issues here that are serious questions about why didn't the defense even know what the charge was that they were going to be applying, what law that was going to be applying.
Which of these three underlying laws?
Exactly. And so there were a lot of questions for the defense going into this, I think, as they were making their closing arguments, not even knowing sort of what the law that they were going to be battling over was.
You have 47% of Americans who believe that the charges brought against the former president were politically motivated.